Hi, and welcome to One Thing Thursday for February. Well, what do I do when it's 1 p.m. on One Thing Thursday and I've only just remembered that I haven't done one? Panic, obviously, and then cast around for a subject. So what's going on with me right now? Well, today is memorable for two things. It's a year since we lost our beloved dog Betty. And strangely, it's 42 years ago today that I joined the police as a fresh-faced 21-year-old recruit. I remember standing with a group of strangers outside Reading railway station to be picked up, more full of doubt than excitement. And obviously I remember only too well my last moments with Betty, which were more full of pain than I think I've ever experienced, which just shows how lucky I've been. Is there anything that links those two events together? Like, if they were placed on the same day to teach me something, what would it be? Our brain loves patterns and will find one even when initially it isn't evident, which means that it may have made the connection up, but if it's useful, it's useful. So what do I see? Well, mortality is a theme, clearly. As I looked at the intake photo that reminded me of the anniversary of my police career, several people are looking at me who are sadly no longer here. And obviously that's true when I looked at the photo Facebook sent me of Betty this morning. But what's the learning in that? We know we're all going to die. And we all know we should seize the day and mainly don't. So I'm not going to go Dead Poet Society on you. Instead, when I look at my fear on that cold wait for the bus and my fear at the prospect of losing Betty, I can see that they were largely groundless. In fact, without joining the police, some of the fears I had about myself back then might never have been resolved. So often, you need to step into the very thing you fear. In my case, of not being good enough, especially in the realm of men, in order to vanquish it. And with Betty, clearly I have survived a loss, even though life is sadder without her. And doors have opened that otherwise wouldn't. We have a freedom that we didn't ask or wish for, but the only response has been to explore what it brings, and that's given us some really happy experiences over the last 12 months. So, my one thing for you this month is this. Sometimes things will be scary. Sometimes things will really be just shit. In the words of Sir Michael Caine, use the difficulty. Use the difficulty. Find whatever is in the situation that offers even the faintest glimmer of good and put all your attention into it. Not the thing you fear or can't change. What you focus on becomes stronger than the things you don't. The events of your life often don't make sense as they happen, but the pattern emerges when you look back later. Stay on the ride even when you're not enjoying it. Anyway, I went fishing and swallowed some maggots by mistake, so now I'm waiting the surgery with bated breath. Bit of a clumsy segue, wasn't it? Have a great month.